Hi, I'm Meredith Lannert. I'm a local real estate consultant out of the Hinsdale, Clarendon Hills, Downers Grove area. And today we will be talking about how to get your home ready for today's very, very unique market. And I'm here with Jennifer LeGros as well. She's off camera today, which she was very happy about. But she'll be answering any of your Facebook questions or comments. So please be sure to post below. And also, if you notice in the title, I put that if you message me with your phone or email, I will register you to win a $50 giveaway to the restaurant of your choice. So you pick the restaurant and I will send you a gift card. So, okay, let's see if I covered all the bases. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now and we will get started. Go in presentation mode. Okay. Can you see my screen?
You know what? I just did something and now I'm not seeing the live video. So hang on here with me.
Okay, so I'll get started. Jen is going back to find the live video. Okay, so today we're going to be covering a few items which I had posted in the event, and I'll go over those now. Here's our agenda for today. We're going to be talking about the state of the real estate market. It's, like I said, a very, very unique market right now because of the pandemic. Obviously, no one could have predicted how the pandemic would affect the real estate market. And actually, you know, back in March, the experts were saying, oh, prepare for doom and gloom. And it's turned out to be an incredible real estate market and a great opportunity for you as a potential seller. So we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll discuss steps to sell your home. I will give you a glimpse into some of the marketing that I do to assist in selling your home. Can't give away all my secrets, but I'll give you a glimpse. And then we will talk about the fun part, 5 easy design ideas to prepare your home for the market. So these are things that you can do that don't cost a lot of money, but it just will enhance your home and really will increase the sale price in the end. Okay, whoops, got ahead of myself. Okay, so how's the market? I looked at the entire MLS, which, to give you an idea of how large our MLS is, it is all of Chicagoland, all the way down to Champaign, Illinois. So it's quite large. There's actually 43,000 agents, brokers in our MLS. So it's a large market. And overall, we are in a seller's market. We have 3 months of inventory. And what that means is that if we stop taking listings today, it would take 3 months to sell all of the current listings. So 3 months means we're in a seller's market. When I looked at the higher priced homes, so I just looked at the market at $500,000 and above, it is a balanced market. So there's 6 months of inventory. This is actually the lowest inventory in recorded time. So I can see back 10 years and this is the lowest inventory. And actually nationally, our overall MLS matches the national inventory level. They're at 3.1 months overall nationally. So it's a seller's market across the board. Okay, median market time. So how many days are people on the market? Overall, 29 days, which is down about 21.6%. And then at the price range of 500,000 and above, we're at 49 days, which is excellent actually. And that is also down 22%. Okay, buyers are ready to go. What that means is they are pre-approved and hopefully they have been educated by their realtor to be prepared, to be very, very competitive with their offers. I have an agent in my office who just told me a story. She's working with a client and the client, the house went on the market yesterday at 10 a.m. They have 3 offers as of 7 p.m. last night. She is offering cash, waiving the appraisal. I mean, there's so many different techniques or tactics we can take to make the buyers more competitive. And if they're working with a real estate broker who knows what's going on and understands the market, They're educating them in how to be competitive, and it's not just price. And then lastly, the buyer's buying power is incredible right now. The interest rates remain low, and you know they can buy a lot for less than they could before. So definitely good reasons for the buyers to buy, and definitely good reasons for the sellers to consider selling if it's the right time for them. Okay, I'm gonna move this over. Okay, residential closed listings. So the green bars are last year at this same week. So this graph goes from September to current day, and it's a weekly breakdown of what's happening in the market as far as closed listings. Green is the previous year, same week, and blue is September 2020 to February of 2021. So closed listings, note that the blue beats the red every single week until this past week. And I was trying to figure out, you know, why did it suddenly go down? I believe, I'm just thinking here that a 45-day close puts us back to December, like Christmas time. So I think that possibly we saw lower closed listings this past week because those people wrote their offers Christmas week, and a lot of, you know, you just don't usually get as many offers written Christmas week because people are trying to see their family and be very creative during the pandemic. Okay, listings under contract, same thing. Green is the previous year, blue is most current year, broken down by week. Listings under contract, blue is kicking green's butt. Every single week, we are having more listings, significantly more listings under contract than the previous year, same week. Sold price. We want blue to beat green, right? And it indeed has. Every single week, the sold price has been higher than the previous year, same time. So sold prices have definitely gone up. Okay, this is a little bit different way to look at this, but I wanted to show you, look at the highlighted numbers. I know there's a ton of numbers on this page. What I wanted to show you here is that properties, let's see if can you see my mouse, Jen?
I'm on a lag right now.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Sorry. Facebook lags. Okay, so properties for sale. So January of 2021, 39,000 properties were for sale. January of 2020, 57,000 properties were for sale. So we have 20,000 less properties for sale this year. This is why I'm talking to sellers and asking, does it make sense for you to sell now? Because inventory is so low, relatively speaking. Even if you look at January 2019, 57,000 houses on the market. There's just a huge decrease in properties that are for sale and available for buyers to buy. Properties under contract, 12,000 in January of 2021, whereas in January of 20, we had 9,500 under contract. So again, a big jump here, right? In the right direction for the sellers. So more buyers are buying and less houses are available. Okay, so now we're going to start talking a little bit about my marketing. And again, I'm just going to give you a little teaser, can't give away all my secrets, but this is my very favorite graph of my listing presentation. The point of this graph is to, you know, I ask my home sellers, what do you see? What do you notice in this graph? And they say, well, the internet is the largest portion. Yes. Also, real estate agent is the second largest portion, right? I do these other things when I market your home, but these two categories are where I focus my efforts. That's where my 80% of my marketing is focused, because that's where your buyer likely is. They're either browsing on the internet, just like I'm sure you do, because everyone's curious about what the neighbor's house sold for, or they are talking with a real estate agent. I believe it's 89% of buyers are working with real estate agents. So who am I going to reach out to? I'm going to reach out to other real estate agents who are active in the market, because they have 90% of the buyers out there, 89% of the buyers out there. So working with them, focusing my social media, my e-blasts, my phone calls to the agents in the area who are active, and focusing all of my other marketing campaigns on the internet. And then doing those other smaller categories as well, just not as focused on those, if that helps. The other cool thing we do is something called Matterport. It's something that we started using as a result of the pandemic. It's been around for a while, but now it's definitely going to remain part of my marketing. And that basically is a photographer comes in with a special camera. It's called a Matterport camera, and they map out your home visually. So they take photos of all the rooms, and what you end up with is a dollhouse view of your home. So a buyer can go online and walk through your house virtually. It's amazing. And it really does give them a very much like they're standing in the home experience. So that's been excellent. Okay. How home selling works. This is just a few of the steps that we do in order to get the house or get you to the closing table rather. But just for your information, of course, we do the listing consultation. The paperwork is signed. We do the staging. I offer a free staging consultation, professional photography, the lockbox goes on, of course. Price, we talk about that actually before the paperwork is signed. I analyze the market many different ways in order to help you come up with the right price for your home. The goal here is to come up with a competitive price that attracts the buyers and even potentially attracts multiple offers. I mean, how great is that? If we get multiple offers, that drives the price up, right? If you price outside of the market, you will not attract those buyers, despite it being a seller's market. And if they don't come through the home, they can't be enticed to make an offer. So we need to be able to get them in the home. We need to come up with a price that attracts them and entices them to make an offer. Once they've made an offer, then it becomes more emotional. And if it is a multiple offer situation, they're more likely to, want to win. So pricing is extremely important. And overpricing is very detrimental to you in the long run. And then all of these other things talk about like my concierge showing service, everything is done virtually, or I'm sorry, everything is done online, it's seamless. And receiving offers and negotiating contract terms. I love negotiating offers. That's always a fun part of the whole process. But again, we're looking at different things besides just price. Price is not everything. It's a big thing when you receive an offer, but there's a lot more to it than that. There's when do you want to close, what kind of financing, how much money are they putting down, all sorts of different things. And we can, when we meet, we can discuss the different things that we need to consider when receiving offers. I think that's about it, the main points. Oh, and then the very last thing, Lantern Homes VIP Club. That's a fun little perk. We do a lot of client events. And so any of my past clients are part of my VIP club and they get invited to the events, and then they get a bonus, a little takeaway gift. It's fun. I love my clients. Okay, this is a short little brag sheet on myself. This is comparing myself with Hinsdale agents. I mean, I could look at the whole market. This is just a slide that I had made. But I'm in the top 5% of the 43,000 realtors in our MLS. And my days on the market, my median days on market for my listings is 10 days, whereas the Hinsdale median market days is 87. That means that I sell homes 88% faster. And my list to sales price ratio is 98%, whereas the Hinsdale median list to sales price ratio is 94.1%. And that is 3.9% more dollars in your pocket. Okay, let's get to the fun stuff. 5 easy design ideas. I had fun putting these slides together for you. Okay, a lot of people are anti-neutrals, but that's the way it goes. When you're listing your home, think neutrals. First thing you want to do is make sure that that your walls are nice and fresh, not all marred up. I definitely suggest a fresh coat of paint. Here are some great Benjamin Moore neutral colors that you can use. As you get farther down the page, the colors get darker. So Revere Pewter's been around for a while. I personally am not a big fan. I think it's a little dark. I am a fan of White Dove right now. If you have white trim, it's kind of a white on white look, which is what I'm seeing in a lot of high-end homes. White Dove is not pure white, but it's, you know, it's an off-white, I guess. Another popular one is Edgecomb Gray if you still favor the grays. But the point is that most of the rooms and the hallway should be painted a nice, fresh, crisp color that the lighter colors will accentuate the size of the home as well, the size of the rooms. If you want to add some color, think, I'm going to say jewel tones kind of. Here's an example, Benjamin Moore Hale Navy. That's a really crisp, traditional shade, I guess. It's just a beautiful shade of navy. And then this tone, Newburgh Green, I also have used Bare Brooklyn. It's a similar idea, but this green tone, I feel like it's a jewel type of tone, is really beautiful. And notice the detail on the walls. Those feature walls are pretty popular as well. Okay, another great idea to get your home ready is to modernize your hardware on your cabinets. So I'm talking kitchen and vanities. Here's some suggestions for you, some ideas of what's popular. Mixing metals is totally fine. So if your faucet is chrome, the bars on the hardware bars on your cabinet can be gold. That's totally fine. So there's some ideas. Note that they're a little bit more contemporary, very clean, not chunky styles. All right, lighting. This is my favorite. This makes such a huge difference in the room when you update the lighting. A lot of people still have that brushed oil bronze. Is that the right name? That dark brown, and it's what? Oil rubbed bronze. And it's the lighting is very ornate and very heavy. Now think lighter, thinner metals, clean lines, more contemporary. Bling is okay too. Notice this light is a little bit more blingy. Chrome is popular, gold tones are popular, even brushed nickel, totally fine. Also, the other thing is pick lights with clear glass shades, not the frosted glass. The clear glass is much more popular. I'm actually going to get this one for my house. I'm excited. Okay. Oh, note the feature wall again here. Okay, add a pop of color or texture. So I'm talking neutrals all the time. You know, everybody's so bored with those, but it just presents the house so beautifully. But feel free to throw some colorful pillows on the couch, or in this photo, they have some colorful pillows. They have a red ottoman. They have some books. There's a lot going on in this picture. I probably would have scaled it down a bit, but I think it's a gorgeous room. Here they added this type of floral pillow is popular. Texture with the balls on the end of the blanket. And over here, this picture, it's very neutral, but notice the like faux fur pillow, leather pillows, anything with texture. Those are always fun. Another great way to add some color to your room is plants. I have a lot of plants in my house. It just adds a pop of green to kind of the picture of your home, and it really looks beautiful. And it gives you more oxygen. So hey, what's better than that? Okay, declutter. My last tip, I believe, declutter. Less is more when you're listing your home. I would even suggest rolling up your rugs. If you have hardwood floors, we want to show those off. My photographer and myself definitely will be rolling up the rugs for the photographs, and possibly will want those to stay rolled up because the room seems so much larger when you show off the hardwood floors and you have less in there. I go into a lot of bedrooms where they have 2 dressers, the bed, a lot going on. I typically tell them 1 dresser, the bed, as much as you can fit in the closet reasonably. The other thing is to thin out your clothing in your closet. Put your off-season clothing, you know, in a bag in the basement hanging up or something like that. And lastly, of course, have your home professionally cleaned. I don't care how good you are at cleaning your home, have it professionally cleaned. I find that a lot of homeowners maybe don't see things when they're living in their home every day. I'm guilty of it as well. I miss the dust on the trim or the floorboards. The buyers will not miss that. Or vacuuming out the ceiling vents in the bathroom. People forget about that. A deep cleaner will see that and take care of it for you. So it's definitely worth the investment. Okay, this is kind of a random slide I threw in there, but I thought it was important to discuss. You should consider having a pre-listing inspection if you think that your home needs a little bit of attention. The pre-listing inspection is just the same as what a buyer inspection will cover. They'll cover the main components of the home. They'll take a look at your appliances, your mechanicals, you know, your furnace, your air conditioner, your hot water heater. They'll take a look at your roof if the snow ever melts, and your windows and doors. And they will present you with a neutral report with photos and videos that shows you what you should focus on. We can then discuss, you know, what to fix, what to work on, those types of things. That way, you know ahead of time any issues and they can be addressed and you don't have to worry about it when you're negotiating on your house. Okay. And I can recommend a pre-listing inspector, of course. Oh, that reminds me, actually, one of my concierge services is I have a great vendor list that I share with my clients. So if they need an electrician or a plumber, or Chris, my HVAC guy, he's my favorite, they can definitely get a hold of them and count on them to come out and help them. Okay, last but not least, here are some questions. You can maybe screenshot this if you like. Questions to ask your real estate broker. This is just a good way to start out a listing presentation, or I guess end a listing presentation. Make sure that your broker has covered all of these questions and you feel good about the answers. And of course, call me because, like, hey, I'd be happy to come out and list your property, or at least give you informed advice on what your home is worth and how I can help you. Jen, you want to add anything?
Oh boy. I guess just prepare them to be, you know, flexible and open to everything these days.
Yeah, it's a whole new ball game out there. So definitely be prepared and be flexible. There is a great opportunity for you to maximize your sale price right now. And we're here to help and make sure that you're informed. Some objections that I've heard about listing their home, people listing their home is, well, where am I going to move if there's no inventory? Very good question. So back to my actively prospecting with other agents, I do the same thing for my buyers. I'm calling the agents and asking, what do you have coming up? What do you know? Do you know of any 3-bedroom homes in this neighborhood or in this area, this school district, whatever it is you're looking for? So I'm actively having conversations with agents around here to make sure that we are the first person, the first people to know, and we get in that house the day that it's available to see. I've done that with many with many of my clients and been successful. I'm actually under contract right now with one that we got to see before anybody else. So that was great. So make sure that you have a real estate broker who is out there working really hard for you and trying to be creative and think outside the box. And Jennifer and I, of course, are two of those agents. And the other thing is, so you don't have any place to move. Sellers are also asking for longer closing periods. So right now, I just went under contract on a house, and the seller got an incredible offer. And they said, we don't want to close until this date, and we reserve the right to rent back from you for 2 more weeks after that. And we agreed to it. So there's definitely longer closings happening, so that the seller makes sure that they can find a new home. And if they find a new home earlier, we can always close earlier, and that's totally fine as well. So lots of flexibility out there, lots of different ways to think about things, and we definitely can think outside the box for you. Please don't forget to message me your phone number or your email to be entered to win the raffle ticket, or sorry, the gift card for your favorite restaurant. And I'll announce that winner live. Anything else? Okay.
If they have any questions, to, reach out to you.
Yeah, definitely reach out to me via Facebook Messenger, or my phone or my email are on my Facebook page. Like my Facebook page to follow the next events that we have. We're doing another seller seminar on Jennifer's Facebook page in a couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. And we also do other fun community events, so be sure to follow my page so that you're in the know about those, and always reach out. Thank you so much. See how, like, 27 minutes. Good job. Bye-bye.